Hello guys, welcome to Rovers return, welcome back should I say, and honestly, a massive transfer window, huge transfers, and a little bit of something extra, so stay tuned, it's going to be a long episode, but well worth the watch. Right then, let's get straight into the action. We're going to go into the transfers and what has gone on. So, since last time, a few players have come and gone. It's an interesting one. I don't really want to give away too much, so I'm going to try and keep it a bit sneaky with how I do this. So you probably see my face a little bit much, but cutting into it now, we've got the first player who has left, and it is Dalot. Diogo Dalot has come in and gone. He's come and gone very quick. A quick £600,000 made off him. He had a very poor season last season. 6.65 is sort of just a player that we can bring in, use, and then go immediately. I can't see why we keep him at the club much longer. As you can see here, started at FC Porto, went to Manchester United, had a season at Milan, played at United, then played it with us, and then now is at PAOK. So a bit of an embarrassing one for him there. But yeah, a bit of a journeyman, not fantastic for us, I've got to admit. So he had to be moved on. The next player that has gone on, and a bit of a sad one, but we've got players who could potentially be a lot better. We've probably not made enough money off him, so it's going to be a tough one to take. But Hlozek, Adam Hlozek has gone. Now, a fantastically physical player, as you can see here, 16 acceleration, 16 pace, great agility and balance, decent all around everywhere else. But in his dribbling and his finishing and his first touch, with the only standout stats other than that, his flair, great at taking players on, great composure, but getting back and off the ball, anticipation, his bravery, nothing else really stood out. He had a decent season for us, as you can see, 28 games, 8 goals, 4 assists. It's decent, but to move him on was probably the right time to do so, bringing in different players and a player that you're going to love. 67k we brought him in for anyway. Sold him for 11 million. He's now worth 22.5. But I don't think he's ever really going to be that great a player. He just, at 22 years of age, he's sort of coming to where he's progressing a little bit better, but his stats are there for us to see now. I just don't think he's going to be that great. So, last but not least, Amadou Onana. Onana has left. The chant potential was massive with this man, but he has had to go. He had a clause in his contract where he could leave for 16.25 million. We brought him in for 5.5 million, I believe in the January just before last season. So he played a few games for us. Decent amount of assists. Not really fantastic. It wasn't really as good as I thought he might be after playing for Hamburger. But Bundesliga League 2, bit of a step up to the Premier League, isn't it? So he did a job. He did a job anyway. He could play that centre-back role where we needed to. Could play in that CDM role, could play in the centre mid role, could play in the attacking midfielder role, just could play anywhere. Great physicals, very fast player indeed. Decent, very good mentals as well, to be honest. A guy I probably might miss, but we brought in Reece Hardwick, as you've seen in the January transfer window. Onana just doesn't get really a look in, so he's had to go. Right then, I'll start off big, and this was the man that was meant to come in January, Thomas Villadsen. Look at this. Wonderkid doesn't cover it. Wonderkid does not cover how good this guy is. 16 crossing, 17 dribbling, 17 first touch, 17 passing, 17 technique, 19 flair and 20 determination, 15 off the ball, 16 acceleration, 18 agility, and 17. Every stat is that bright green where you need it to be, essentially. And this guy on the right wing, he comes in to be probably the best player in the squad. He's up there anyway, as you can see, inside forward. His finishing can only increase. He's 18 years of age as well, which means he's only going to get better. Like, he hasn't even reached his peak yet, so he can definitely develop into probably a world-class player, like a world-class player. Fantastic to finally get him in. We brought him in for 8.5 million. Bit of a calamity when it came to bringing him in. I was going to get him, I believe it was for around about 4 million, and then on the end of his contract, I then tried to get him in, but Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, everyone trying to poach him. I had to sacrifice 8.5 million to get him in, but go straight into the side. If you compare him, I won't compare him just yet, because we know you'll see some of the other players and oh wow. The other man that was coming in from January, Alan Barry, he doesn't really add to the under-21s, the 6 under-21s you can bring in from foreign countries because of the Brexit rules. But Alan Barry, a player that I brought in for 25 million from Nottingham Forest, for 17 and 18 years of age respectively, 13 and 14 goals in the Championship. This man, he's already scored 4 in a pre-season game by himself. A wonderkid in his own right. Fantastic physicals, could be a little bit faster, but I mean, at 6'2" as well, with a fantastic heading ability, can I just add. 17 finishing, 13 off the ball. The mentals can be improved over time. But to be a backup striker, this guy, brilliant. Because I've moved Adam Armstrong onto the left. I'll show you that in a minute. And Alan Barry comes into the side, can replace Margot where need be. Can even, it depends if his form dips in and out. Maybe he could actually play instead of Margot. It depends. But yeah, fantastic player. Irish blood as well. Brilliant to see. Now then, we'll get into the juicy sort of transfers now. You see, I've done a lot of scouting on this, and I've brought in some very, very good young prospects. But at the same time, they go straight into the starting 11. So we've got Gareth Walsh. Now, Gareth Walsh, I saw him as a central midfielder, but then I saw his pace. I saw his off-the-ball and vision, passing, crossing, dribbling, etc. And I thought maybe he could play as an inverted winger. And as an inverted winger, that's hard to say that one. His stats speak for themselves. Could be a bit faster. His acceleration sort of not there. At 5'5", you might think he'd be a bit more with it on the balance aspect. But great vision, great flair, great decisions and composure and anticipation, which is what you need as an inverted winger. Those top 3 stats there, the decisions, composure, and anticipation, all very good. 15 technique, great passing, great long shots. 15 finishing was an interesting one as well, where as an inside forward, he might actually be suited a bit more. So we'll have to see how he develops. But 15 finishing, I saw and I thought he's got to play out on that left or up front. I think we brought him in for 24.5 million from Swansea, now worth 38. Brilliant player, a squad player at the moment, but he's going to develop into something big. Now, a player I've been eyeing up for a long time, Denis Savin. Now, he asked to leave ages ago from Sporting because I tried poaching him last year. 39 million we've spent on this man. And look at the first thing that caught my eye were the physical stats, how tall he was, and also the passing range. Now, he can play in a CDM role very, very well. The finishing's not brilliant, but he can still play in that CDM role probably as a defensive midfielder. As you can see here, great passing, great marking, great tackling. He can play as a centre-back. He can actually fit into a centre-back role where he can play the cover role because of his pace. But where I want to play him is that wing-back role on the right. Nyambe is very good. Nyambe is a physical specimen, same as Denis Savin, very, very physical. He's nearly there, I guess, mentally. The top stats, the bravery's there. The positioning's just a bit off for me at the moment, but that can always improve. But the passing range, the marking and tackling's already there. The technique, and as well as that, the dribbling and first touch as well as crossing is there as well. This is where I think Nyambe sort of lacks, where he has the contribution going forward, whereas Denis Savin has already got the ability to mark his men, tackle his men. Long throw-ins are already there. He just ticks every box. And he's versatile as well, which is the main thing. So I want to try and train him as a wing-back, but as well as that, can cover that centre-back role. Now then, the last man that I signed here, David Lukacs. This man at 18 is apparently the best player in our squad at the moment, and I can't really argue it. Physically brilliant, mentally, for 18 years of age, the mentals on this man, vision, work rate, off the ball, determination, decisions, composure, bravery, anticipation, aggression, makes him one of the best players we've got at the club already. 16 passing as well, 16 technique. He's already got good long shots, great first touch and dribbling. The balance is there. I wanted to play him as a deep line playmaker, but I think I'm just wasting him playing him like that. He definitely makes the starting 11 every time. It's a shame he's injured at the moment, so you won't get to see him play so far. But already 3 assists in 5 games in the European Championship qualifiers this year. I think in the under-21s, he's just very productive. Now, we've overloaded on centre mids. I'll quickly show you the rest of the transfers that have come in. So we brought in on Viladson, another goalkeeper, just to try and keep him on his toes. Just maybe potentially could be the starting keeper in years to come. Jesus Mayayo, he's come in as a left-back sort of backup. he can just play there. Very nice. I just liked his physical and mental stats as well as the fact that he can tackle pretty well. So he's good as well. Other than that, Pavel Langar, yeah, I don't know why I brought him in. And then that's pretty much it. So we've made a lot of sense. Look, 239 million spent, only 89 million gone. But we are making a lot of money. And as well as that, little thing I'd like to show you, I have made some kits. I'll just quickly put this kits on the screen for you before I actually do anything else. So as you can see, the home kit, standard home kit, but it's got the Haymanager logo on it. Yeah, it's got the Haymanager sponsor on it, should I say. Very interesting look. Then the away kit, I quite like the look of the away kit. The away kit looks pretty cool, I've got to admit. Just interesting stuff to try and add to the game, make it a bit more interesting, as you can see. And then as well as that, I've got a third kit now. I can't add a third kit in now, which is a shame. It's a real shame, but I really like the look of this third kit, like the full yellow to match the yellow in the badge, obviously, and centralised with an old Nike tick on it with the blue in there, the reds. I just quite like that. So what I want to do, the home kit's going to stay as it is because I quite like the home kit. The Nike in there as well because we're quite a prestigious club now. We're in the Europa League. We need a new sponsor. So the Europa League coming, Haymanager there. The Haymanager logo and everything fits beautifully as well, can I say. So I want you to decide between the second kit and the third kit because we can only have 2 slots. I'll show you now. So decide between, I'll put them on the screen, the second and the third kit for me to let me know which one you think we should apply to the game. As I'll just quickly flip back to the game. I'll show you now. Blackburn, where are we? Here we are, Blackburn. There's the 2 kits. We only have a home and away one because we can't add the third kit because I can't. The in-game editor doesn't let you change stuff midway through, and I don't really like messing around with that because it scrutinises the legitimacy of such a save. So I don't really want to change that much. Now we're going to get straight into the game now using the new kits. Blackburn versus Bournemouth. It's going to be a good game, as you can see. Liverpool. I mean, honestly, in fact, before I get into there, I've got the new kits as well for every single team, which not the new kits, but like just brought the kits in just so it makes it look a bit more interesting. I need to get I'll probably get the stadiums in, and then it sort of makes everything look very much nicer as well. I'll just quickly show you who they've brought in this year. They've decided to bring in Pedri. I mean, they've paid 122 million for him. He's 21. He looks like a Messi regen, 20 vision, 17 and 18s all over the shop. This Liverpool side is starting to scare me. I don't know how I'm going to overtake this. I'll have to see how we fare against them later on in the save. But this side, Haaland, Mane, Felix Salah, Demir, Benacer, they're not even playing Pedri yet. So who knows, as I say. Team selection. So the selection of the team that I've got here, we've got a very deep squad now, which is what I wanted, to be honest. So Denis Savin is still on international duty, so is Kamara. Dembele's available, but I don't think I'll use him in the squad just yet. He wants to leave if his minimum fee release clause is matched. Lukacs is obviously injured as well, so he can't play. So the team we're going with is Larson, you're in net. Alaza, Jev, Gebi, and Nyambe, the same back four that you're probably very familiar with. Lewis Cook and Onyeka in the midfield, like so. I think I'll just switch him up into a box-to-box midfielder, actually. Hardwick as an attacking midfielder. Adam Armstrong's been pushed out to the left. Vladson's on the right now as an inverted winger. And Pequeno Margot up front, who is wanted, actually, by Southampton. Interesting one there. We've got Gareth Walsh on the bench, as well as that Jared Bowen, Alan Barry, Souček, Popov, and Miayo. It'd be nice to bring Savin in just so I can show you what he's like at centre-back because he's very good. He's very good from the games I've played. As well as that, Lukacs goes into that Metsala role like that. Honestly, brilliant player in that Metsala role. So we're going to go straight into the game against Bournemouth, the opposition side. Thiago Maia in there, Kenny, Kelly Almiron. Right, I think we should just stay positive and let's just see. I'll join you back at the kickoff. Just see how it goes. As now we're going to kick off, we skip into this. This is going to be the first bit of action with this side. I'm excited to see how we fare. So we're in the ball back here. Lars is pushed forward very high there as Schlager gets the ball back. Now we close down the men very quickly, and now Nyambe picks it up. Gebi now plays it out wide. Onyeka finds Alaza. Maybe can we get a ball in here now? Alaza, can he find a cross? He does. He finds Margaret with I think it was the magician actually at the front post. He's played around the back. Bit sceptical here of how Bournemouth are playing. Bit of a tricky one as we start off the game in the early minutes. Schlager plays it out. Can Alaza win the header? He can't. And Onyeka with a great tackle there. Jev on it now. Comes forward into Onyeka, the magician. Can he do his things? What can he do? Can he find Vladson maybe? He has a shot! Bit of magic there by the magician. I didn't expect that. Cuts in from the left-hand side. Goes all the way past 2-3 players there. Then just hits it near post, taking no prisoners to start the season off. Adam Armstrong gets his goal tally going yet again in the 18th minute. And we're off to a cracker. First shot, first goal. Brilliant, brilliant already. Schlager has another highlight here as it falls to Almiron. They're playing very deep here, Bournemouth. Can we maybe get the ball back off them here? We do. Alaza picks that up. He's playing a bit better this season, Alaza, going forward. Onyeka, Jev now on the ball. Plays it into Adam Armstrong, who can cut inside brilliantly yet again. Onyeka on the ball. Maybe he might have a crack at this time, and Schlager plucks it out the air. Decent save there, decent save. Coming up to the 45th minute now, it's going to be half time. We're going to go into the dressing room, outstretched arms. I'm happy with how things are going so far, just keep it up. For now, we're going to introduce probably a few different players as well. Vladson's having a shocker out there, actually, as Margot picks it up now. Maybe can we get forward here? He comes forward. Margot wearing the number 9 shirt now, crosses it in, and Adam Armstrong is there in our new kits. That's the main thing, it's the new kits. Adam Armstrong at the back post, Margot going out right, drifting out right. Vladson's having a shocker of a game out there, to be honest. 6.3 rating. He might have to come off, to be fair, as Adam Armstrong's at the back post to tuck it home. Brilliant. This front three. If Vladson can find his form and prove how good he is, because he is a very good player. Let's see. In fact, let's play him as a bit more of a supportive player. Let's see what that does to us. As Bournemouth go close, to be fair. Now, Swift. Can they mount a swift attack? Oh, that's awful. Gebby plays it to Larson Yer now. Jev on the ball. We're playing it nicely around the back. Can we get a third? That's the main thing. Adam Armstrong picks it up. Cook now. Can he find a good pass forward? He does. He finds Bowen. Beautiful ball out to Adam Armstrong. And Souček comfortably comes forward, comes on, puts in the back of the net. 3-0 on the opening day against Bournemouth. This season's going to be a good one. I've got a lot of hope for this side. Whether or not we get top 4 or top 6 again, it's progression, and seeing where we can get in the Europa League as well. We've got a deep side as well. That's the main thing. A lot of players in that midfield area that can go out on the left, go out on the right. Margot can play on the right. Alan Barry can go up front. Margot can play in the cam role. Reece Hardwick can play anywhere from cam to CDM. It's a good side, and I'm happy with how we've played there. We start the season off strong. Let me just show you the schedule. When you see this, I think you'll laugh as well. We have such a nice run to start the season off, like a brilliant run in, nice, calm few games, and then all of a sudden you hit this patch here on the 9th of November. United, Arsenal, City, Tottenham, Chelsea. Then we have Fulham, a nice little break perhaps, but as a promoted side, but I've got no hope. Then Everton, who caused us a problem last season. Liverpool, the strongest side in the league. And then we're back to Bournemouth through a factory reset. The end of that run is awful, and then as you see, the closing games of the season are dreadful. Like, dreadful. It's going to be such an awful end to the season. But hopefully by then, we might see ourselves sitting in a pretty comfortable position in the top 6. I'm hoping anyway. So I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please leave a like. It helps the video so much and helps you to get recommended and get out there. Subscribe if you're new as well and enjoying this content. I know it's I don't like pushing stuff, but subscribe if you can, because it does help so much. And also, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you're enjoying this series. It's really kicking off now. As ever, I'll catch you in the next episode. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.